Hello guys, good morning. So I'm gonna share to you how I usually do PDA. So that is potato dextrose agar. So what we need is what I use are potato flakes, sugar, and an agar bar. So regarding the portions, the ratios are 3 grams of potato flakes, 2 grams of sugar, and 2 grams of agar, and every 100 ml of water. So the ingredients that we have right now is 500 ml, and we have 15 grams, 10 grams, and I'm gonna use 1 bar of agar bar because that is approximately 10 grams as well. So just to show you, this is right above 500, that's fine. 500 ml of distilled water, and let's check out our, this is the potato flakes from this one. I bought this online. So the container itself is 3 grams, so we should see 18 grams there. So it's a little above 18 grams, but that's fine. And just like this one, the container is 3 grams, and we should see 13 grams of sugar there. So that's approximately 10 grams of sugar, 15 grams of potato flakes, and 1 bar of this agar bar. So you can actually buy this on my online shop, on my Shopee. And after that, so I'm gonna show you the process how I usually do that. And after having it prepared, we're gonna transfer it to this little containers. These are 120 ml container jars. So I use this because I can recycle and reuse it over and over again. So I've used this multiple times already. And for the equipment, we have this 10 quarts pressure cooker, and I can fit around 14 jars, so that's good enough. And for the water level, approximately 3 liters of water, or water height of 2 inches. So as for the PSI of this pressure cooker, this is a standard brand in the Philippines. But I did check the weight. There's no indicator on how many kilopascal or PSI is this, but I think it's really not working on a 15 PSI. So I usually sterilize longer on this pressure cooker. So yeah, later on I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna do it. So right now, the first thing that we're gonna do is to boil our mashed potato for 15 minutes. So we're gonna have to prepare this one. So we have our pot, and we're gonna put our 500 ml of distilled water. Let me just turn on the gas, give me a second. Okay, there, so we have it on now. So we're gonna add first our potato flakes. So after 15 minutes, we're gonna put the agar bar. Then after that, we're gonna put the sugar. So okay, let's do it. So I'm gonna put the potato flakes now. And we're just gonna wait up until 15 minutes, but by the time you have to actually mix it. Okay, so give me a minute again. Okay, we're just gonna stir and mix it for the next 15 minutes on a medium heat. So I'll get back once it's done, okay? Bye bye for now. Okay, so I just continue stirring, but sometimes I do stop, and at the same time, so that's how high the fire is. And as for our agar bar, I actually added a bit more because the one bar is actually around 7.5 grams, so I added some part to make it 10 grams. So we now have 10 grams of agar here. I did break it into smaller pieces, so later on if we put it on our mixture, it's gonna be able to be dissolved faster. Okay, so we're still around 7 minutes marks here, so we're still halfway on preparing this potato flakes. And after that, we're gonna add our agar bar, then our sugar will be the last one. We're gonna wait until the agar bar is dissolved, then we're gonna add the sugar. Then after 2 minutes, we're gonna stop the fire and transfer the mixture to our containers. Okay, so I'll be back. Bye bye. Okay, so right now we're still on the 12-minute mark, but I will add our gulaman bars, so that by 15-minute mark it's already been dissolved and we can add our sugar. So that's it. That's our 10 grams of gulaman bar. So we'll just have to mix it. Let's just lower a bit the fire. There. So I'll just continue mixing until it dissolves, and we're gonna add the sugar. Then after a minute or two, it's gonna be ready to be poured on our container jars. Okay, later. Bye bye. Okay, so it's already been 15 minutes. So after 12 minutes, we put our agar, and on the 15-minute mark, we're now gonna put the sugar. And let's just mix this for a minute or two. Then it will be ready to be transferred on our jar or mini jars. Okay, so I'll be back again. Bye bye for now. Okay, so we now have our PDA, and we're now ready to actually put it on our container. I'm gonna use this small cup, transfer 2 scoops every container, and I have my cup ready. So it's kind of hard to actually take a video on this one, so I'll be back after I do the 2 scoops per jar. Okay, bye bye for now. Okay, so we now have 14 bottles with agar with our mixture, but as I actually inspected, I think some of the agar bar didn't actually dissolve. So there are parts that are white. I don't know if you noticed, but if you've been doing some agar, you'll probably notice that some of the agar didn't actually dissolve on water. In any case, I should have added some water, because some distilled water might have been evaporated during the boiling time. That's why it doesn't have enough water to dissolve the agar that we add after the 12-minute mark. Well, anyway, we're gonna test it. Usually after I've sterilized this, I'm gonna leave them for 4 days to see if it's gonna be contaminated or what. So after 4 days, that's the only time that I'm gonna inoculate them with either direct tissue or cloning. Okay, so the next part here is just seal them up, but you don't have to, you should not seal them tightly. There should be parts that there should be parts wherein air can get in to sterilize the inside, because if you seal them tightly and you put them on the pressure cooker, the pressure cooker will break this jar. So yeah, you have to at least loosen the cap, like this one. You can actually shake it, but you can't lift it because it's still intact on the cap. But there's gonna be air that will be able to get inside there, and yep. So this is the sealed part. Then I just gonna open it a quarter, then that's it. So that depends on your container setup, but for me this works very well. I don't have to put any holes on my jar, and I'll just have to do this, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so it's kind of hard to put the cap in by one hand. So later guys, bye bye for now. Okay guys, so I have them, I have their cup on right now, and it's all loose. And at the same time, I just want to correct myself regarding this water level. I did tell you a while ago that it's around 3 liters or 2 inches of water, but that amount of water is for sterilization for 2 hours. Right now on PDAs, I'm only sterilizing them for an hour, a total 1 hour, together with the waiting time of getting its pressure on, or the bell actually being triggered. 1.5 liters or 1 inch is actually enough for 1 hour of sterilization on this kind of pressure cooker. And the 2 inches is the one I use when I sterilize grains. So on my grain spawn, I sterilize them for 2 hours. Total time probably is 1.5 hour on approximately the total time is 2 hours for grains, 1 hour for PDA. That's how I do the setup. So let me just put them here. Okay, so I'll just get back later. Bye bye for now. Okay, so just a final check. I usually just check the lid if they are loose, because we don't want our jars exploding inside during the sterilization. So all good, water level is good, and we have to seal enough. Let's seal it. As you can see, this is a standard brand here in the Philippines. This probably cost me around 1.5k pesos, and I've been using this for so long. So this is the first pressure cooker and I'm still using it. So probably this is around 9 months, or almost, yeah, probably 9 months. So okay, so I'm just gonna put this on our stove and let's start the countdown. Give me a minute. Bye bye. Okay, so there it goes. Just make sure that it's properly sealed. So after probably 15 or 20 minutes, there's gonna be steam coming out of here, and the lock inside will seal this hole. Then after 5 minutes, we're gonna be able to see this dongle. I don't know how to call this, but this weight to be releasing some steam inside. Okay, so that's actually the start of the 1 hour, but for PDAs, based on the books, it's just 30 minutes of sterilization, and for grains it's around 1 hour of sterilization. But it's not bad to go over that standard, so I sterilize it probably around 45 minutes, and for grains I sterilize them for 1.5 hours. So I have them on a high heat, and yeah, I'm just gonna update you. I'll try to time it when we already have some signs of it getting on the pressure that it is designed for, and also the time when this started what you call this, dangling what, or releasing some steam. So okay, so see you after a few minutes. Bye bye for now. Okay, I wasn't able to take the video steam coming out on this part, but right now, as you can see, the dongle is actually shaking and releasing some steam. That means that the pressure cooker itself was able to attain the maximum pressure inside. That's why it's able to shake that thing. I think that's some music. Anyway, so that's it. Usually this is the time you're gonna start the timer. If in any case the book says 30 minutes from the time it takes on the maximum pressure, but books are based on 15 psi. I think this pressure cooker is not even on a 15 psi, probably around 8 psi or up to 10 psi. So it takes longer for sterilization on this kind of pressure cooker. That's why I've had so many mistakes before, because I follow the books, not knowing that this pressure cooker might not be on the 15 psi, which I think it's not. So I have to sterilize my bags, my grains, the PDAs longer than the book says. So right now I'm just sharing to you, if you do have the same pressure cooker, for PDA it's 1 hour from the very start, and for grains it's 2 hours. But if you're able to experiment on a shorter time frame, it's good. Share it to me as well, so I can try to experiment on that. This is basically based on the success rate that I get on PDAs, on grains, and whatever I do thing on sterilization. So that's it, guys. After probably around 45 minutes, it's already done, and it's gonna be cooled for 3 or 4 hours. Then open it up, seal the loose lid, and that's it. Wait after 4 days, and if it doesn't have any contamination, it's good to be inoculated. Okay guys, see you later. Bye bye for now. Okay guys, so it's already 1 hour, so I just have to turn it off and wait around probably half hour or 1 hour. Then we can put it on the cooling station. So yeah, see you later. Bye bye. Okay, so right now it's not hot anymore, although it's warm, but it's not that hot. So we're gonna open it, and all we have to do is to tighten the seal. so I'm just gonna tighten all the seal and I'll get back to you. Okay, so now have all the lid are now tightly sealed, and next part is to just have them like this so that the excess water will be at the bottom. It's still a bit warm, but I do think that it's not too wet anymore. We're just gonna flip them over so that condensation will just be at the bottom or on the lid itself. So after 4 days they'll be ready to be inoculated. As you can see, there are condensation inside, and hopefully this is also good as my usual PDAs. There, almost done. So as also you can see that it's a bit thick, so maybe next time what I'm going to do is to just have 1.5 scoop of PDA per bottle, but that's fine. And here's the pressure cooker. As you can see, there's still some water, but it's really, there's still enough water for a few minutes, I guess, probably around 10 to 15 minutes. So that 1.5 water for 1 hour is good enough for the time range. See? Yeah, so that's it. Let's wait 4 days. And so today is Friday, so probably on Monday we're gonna use some of this to have some tissues on them, and I think that's also the right timing because I do have some fruits on the second floor that will be maturing after 3 days or 4, so that's good. And I'm just gonna update you. That's it. Bye bye.